Hi guys! Happy Hump Day! It is Wednesday, April 29th, and this is our lesson, I think, 18. So let's jump right into it. We're going to do some blending and some review of verbs. And remember, verbs show action. Good job. All right, I wish you guys were here to do this with me. So we're going to jump right into blending. And these are mostly review words, and we're going to go over, like I said, verbs and specifically past and present. Past and present verbs. Okay, so first things first, let's get ready for our blending. Ready for sound? Apple, apple, apple. Blend them together. Grape, grape, grape. I had fruit on the mind apparently. All right, first sound. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Talk in a whisper to your family. Okay. Wrap, wrap. Remember, this is a homophone. The WR wrap is like wrapping paper, or I wrapped my friend's gift the other day. Wrap. All right, first sound. Enjoyed. Enjoyed. Here's our verb practice. Enjoyed. And an ed at the end tells us it happened in the past. Good job, enjoyed. I enjoyed our class yesterday. Okay, blend these two together. Dressed, dressed. Sometimes those eds can sound like a t. They might have a t sound, okay? Dressed. I dressed my dog up yesterday. So an ed, it tells us it happened in the past. All right, blend these two together. Pull, oh, that's an ed. Sorry. Blend it. Planted. Planted. I planted my garden. I just have noises everywhere today. Planted my garden. So again, an ed, it tells us it happened in the past. All right, first sound. Painted. 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 I painted my nails. Painted. Again, ed happened in the past. Blend these two together. Clapped. Clapped. See, and I even goofed that one up, but it had a t sound. Clapped. Clapped my hands. First sound. Hopped. Hopped. The bunny hopped toward its mom. Hopped. All right, so these, all of these are verbs because they can show action. You can do that thing. You can move with it. It is something that you can accomplish. Okay? An apple doesn't do anything unless you pick it up and eat it, right? So the verb would be to eat because you're doing that. Okay? But when you whisper, that's moving, that's doing something, that takes an action to do. So remember, a verb shows action. That seems a little wonky the way I said that, but hope you get that. Okay, so then there's verbs and our blending. And I'm disorganized and I don't know where. Uh-oh. I lost our worksheet for today. Oh, there it is. Okay. So then here's our worksheet for practice a little bit. So present and past tense verbs. Remember, up here, verbs show action. You add ed to a verb to show that something has already happened. So it's happened in the past. So read each sentence, circle the verb. So you're looking for the one that shows action. Then draw an X on the line under the correct column to tell if the verb is present or past tense. So let's look at number 1 together. Dad enjoyed our soccer game last week. Which one is the verb? Which one shows that they did something? That Dad did something? Enjoyed. Enjoyed. And is it present or past? What would be able to tell you that? What does it have on it? Remember what it said up here? ED. So where would you put your X? Past. Okay, so you guys can do those. And then on the back, read each sentence, circle the correct verb, and then write it on the line. So it's giving you options of which verb makes sense. So let's look at number 1. Travis blank on finishing his model airplane. Plan or planned? So if you don't know right off the bat, read it again and put those words in there. Travis plan on finishing his model airplane. Does that make sense? Or Travis planned on finishing his model airplane. Planned makes more sense, doesn't it? Okay, so you guys can do the rest of those. You've got that. And then I'm going to have you look in your big orange book on page 214 and 215, 214, 215, and I'm going to have you read this poem. You guys can do that. This Land is Your Land, and it's continuing in our patriotism kind of theme for this unit. And then we have a decodable, and I am going to actually read the decodable with you, but I'm going to do it outside in the sun. So I'll be back with your decodable. Hey guys, so we're out here in my garden. I wanted to do our decodable out here with you, and I'm going to read through it with you. So go ahead and go find your decodable, Mr. Paws Invents, and it's number 103. And we're going to read it together, and go ahead and get a pen or a highlighter, and we're going to look for our prefixes throughout this story and either highlight them or underline them. So go ahead and find that stuff right now. And oh man, it's a 16-pager. Woo! All right, so Mr. Paws Invents by Aubrey Brown, illustrated by Marilyn Janovitz, core decodable number 103. You guys have read 103 books. Woo! 1 second party, ready? 1, 2, 3, woo! All right. Ooh, and the wind's blowing. Oh man, I hope it doesn't blow over my computer. All right, so first page. Okay. I invented this. It unscrews caps. It makes caps easy to open, Mr. Paws said. Okay, so I notice unscrews has one of our prefixes, so I am going to underline that word. And I guess I should have put at the beginning of this that you guys need to have your book ready and your finger touching each word. Oh no, not a T-Rex! Woo! Barely survived that one, didn't we? All right, so make sure that you're touching each word as you go, reading it with me, okay? All right, and now we're on page 4. So, page 4. I dislike saying it, but this will not go well, Tom whispered. Just then, bottles fell all over. Tom unplugged a red wire. All right, so I see 2 of our words with prefixes. So I see dislike, and do you see the other one? What's the other one? It's in the last sentence. Unplugged. Unplugged. All right, now page 5. Ready, Freddies? Mr. Paws said, I invented this. It wraps and unwraps gifts. My computer keeps wanting to die. All right, do you see one in there? I see one. What word did you underline with a prefix? Unwraps. Good job. All right, page 6. I disagree, Tom whispered. It cannot wrap gifts and it cannot unwrap gifts. It can just smash gifts. Ooh, I see 1, 2. I I see 2. Which ones did you underline? Disagree and unwrap. All right, page 7. Tom had to disconnect green wires. He had to untwist black wires. Mr. Paws did not see the mess. Okay, I see 2 again on that one. Go ahead and underline them. All right, I saw disconnect and untwist. Page 8. Remember, you're supposed to be following along with your finger. This opens locks. It can unlock this gate, Mr. Paws explained. I only see 1 in that one. What word did you underline? Unlock. Okay, page 9. Woo. That is untrue. It jams locks, whispered Tom. Tom had to yank the nails to get out. I just see 1 on that page too. Okay. Untrue. Untrue means that's not true, right? All right, page 10, friends. Ready, Freddies? Mr. Paws was in a yard. This unwinds a hose. It unwinds a hose fast, he said. I see 2, and they're the same one, aren't they? Unwinds. Page 11. It will not unwind the hose. It will make a knot, whispered sad Tom. He had to untie the hose. My computer keeps trying to die on me. Okay, so I see 1 in the first sentence and 1 in the last sentence. Which 2 did you find? Unwind and untie. Okay, page 12. Mr. Paws went back in the lab. Is your bed unmade? This can make it, he said. All right, I see unmade, which is not made. No, it unmakes your bed. It shreds your mattress. It unstuffs your pillows, Tom whispered. Ooh, I see 1 and 2. Unmakes and unstuffs. All right, and we're on page 14. This unzips and unpacks a bag, said Mr. Paws. It rips the bag. It rips shirts and pants, whispered Tom. I think Mr. Paws and Tom have different ideas of things. What do you think? Okay, I see unzips and unpacks. Page 15. This is Tom. If he did not help me, I would be unable to make things, said Mr. Paws. Unable. That means he wouldn't be able to do it. And our last page, page 16, Tom looked unhappy. These things will get better, he whispered. Then he had to unplug more wires. All right, and I see 1 and 2. Unhappy and unplug. All right, I want you to go ahead and read it again to an adult since you read it with me. So read it to an adult at least 1 time for me. And if you want to send these in with your homework, I can count these as one of your worksheets that we did. Okay? Hope you enjoyed it. Miss you guys. All right, now we're going to talk about time again. So you guys learned the last couple of days about hour, and we ignored our minute hand on this because you guys are only using the hour hand, which is the shorter hand. So today we're going to start talking about half past hour, or half past the hour, or the half hour. Okay, so 2 o'clock is on the hour and 2:30 is halfway past the hour. So again, in your books, you don't have your minute hand, so I want you to ignore my minute hand right here. And if you're looking at my clock, this is what we worked on the last few days. So what time, I can't do it the wrong way, it makes me crazy. So what time would we be at right now? What number is the hour hand pointing at? 3 o'clock. It would be at 3 o'clock. So if it was halfway between the 3 and the 4, what time would that tell you it was? Again, ignore that guy. That would be 3:30. 3:30. You always go in order, just like when you're counting. We always count from smallest to largest, so we do the same thing on our clock. So if the hour hand is below the number or over here above it, you're still going in order, okay? So it would still be 3:30. So if this one was there, it'd be 4:30, right? Even way over here, and it looks weird, ignore my minute hand. What time would that be? It's between the 9 and the 10. So that would be 9:30. 9:30. Okay? And like I said, in your books, you don't even have a minute hand. It doesn't even want you to look at it yet. So just focus on your hour hand. So I'll do a few more to practice with you. Okay, let's look at that one. It's halfway between the 11 and the 12. So what time would that one be? 11:30, or half past 11. Okay? Let's try this one. How about that one? And this is exactly what it would look like if you had a minute hand. It would be 4:30. 4:30, because it's half past the 4. All right, so that's all we're talking about today. I'm going to put my Judy clock down. And I'm just going to have you guys do page 549 and 550 together. And then 551 you can do as some extra practice also. So on here, you're just circling which one it is. And like I said, you don't have a minute hand. You only have an hour hand. So focus on if it is between two numbers or if it's pointing right at the number, okay, or digit. And then on this side, it wants you to write it. So it's saying up here, as an hour passes, the hour hand moves from one number to the next number. When a half hour passes, the hour hand moves halfway. So what time is this? It's between the 7 and the 8. So it would be 7:30. Okay, so that's what you're putting down here. And doing the same thing on that other page. And then your assignment for today is actually on Prodigy. I know some of you probably started it. So we have an assignment on Prodigy, and it'll ask time questions, but it will also ask some addition and subtraction questions too thrown in there. If you started it yesterday or if you've been on Prodigy, that is totally okay. But if not, go ahead and get on Prodigy. Don't forget to click on the Google emblem thing to sign in and use your Google @TroyK12 login, Google123. And do those assignments on Prodigy. And that's math. Holler if you guys need any help. I miss you, and I hope you are all doing well. And get out there and get some sunshine. It's beautiful outside. Bye.